I think I've earned the right, sir, to expect my students to try to understand me.
And what did he say?
Well, I didn't wait for a response. I turned around and walked out the door to the nearest train station, where I bought a ticket for the furthest place I could think of, which happened to be Las Vegas. And I've been traveling ever since. It's a merry way to go to Pop.
You know, I thought that I might teach one day, but you don't make it sound very attractive.
Oh, don't listen to me. Don't let me persuade you one way or the other. You know, you're a very lovely young girl.
Well, thank you, Dr. Lyman.
Did you say you plan to go to Topeka tomorrow?
You mean today, but yes. I'm going to stay there with my sister, and then I'm going to take the early bus back here on Monday in time for school, and then come back to work here for Grace.
Ah, and did you say there was a university in Topeka?
Yes, Washburn University.
Yes, of course, Washburn University. You know, it just occurs to me that I should stop in at that library and check some references on some research I'm engaged on.
Oh, I've been to Washburn Library lots of times.
You have? Well, perhaps you could take me there.
Well,
I can get to Topeka before you and meet your bus.
well, if you really want me to.
And perhaps we could go to the library and we could have lunch together, and then maybe you would, or maybe we could take you to the symphony.
Are you serious?
Oh, why, of course I'm serious. Why do you ask?
Well, I don't know. It's just that older people usually don't have time for kids. Oh, I would just love to.
Then I may depend on it that we have an engagement.
Oh, yes, it'd be lots of fun.
Ah, splendid. But, my dear, let's keep our travel plans between us, okay?
Why?
Well, you see, my dear, I have been married before, and I am somewhat older than you, although perhaps not as old as you may take me to be. Well, anyway, I don't think people would understand.
Well, okay, if you think it's best.
Yeah, I think it's best.
Isn't that some other way to get back to Kansas City? No, sorry, the road's blocked both ways. I was just getting sort of restless.
Hey, Mom.
Yes?
Let me go to the girl and fill this.
Oh, sure.
I thought I'd go down the highway a bit and fix got some fresh hot coffee.
Good idea, Will.
Everyone behaving?
Yes, Will.
Grace not down yet.
No, not yet.
I didn't see Carl outside neither. Suppose something might happen to him?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him.
I guess you're right. By the way, if anyone's going to be looking for me, I won't be home very long at all. That dang sheriff. If it weren't for him, I'd get Sherry now.
Where would you take her, Bo?
There's a justice of the peace down the street. You can see a sign from the window.
Just can't take the girl and force her to marry. You can't do it. That sheriff is a stern man. He'd shoot you if he knew it was right. Why don't you just go up to the counter and get yourself a drink like the professor over there?
I never did drink, and I ain't gonna let no women drive me to it.
You don't drink. You don't chew tobacco. Well, you're gonna have some type of bad habit to fall onto when something goes wrong with a woman.
Verge, I hate to sound like some pitiable weakling of a man, but these past few months, I've been feeling awful lonesome. And I just didn't know what to do with myself. You ever feel that way, Verge?
There's no crime to feel like that, Bo. A long time ago, I gave up romance, and I just sit back and take getting older for granted.
I wish I could do that, but I can't.
Maybe I'm sad. Why'd you say that? Well, I don't know why I don't go off to Montana and marry him. I mean, I might be a lot better off than I am now. Well, he says he loves you. You don't know what love is.
All he wants is a gal who can throw his arms around and hug and kiss, that's all. The rest of the time, you don't even know I exist.
Well, why did you decide to marry him in the first place?
He ain't very experienced, are you?
Guess not.
I never did decide to marry him. Everything was going fine until we brought up that subject. See, Bo come in when I was taking that old black match. It's one of my best numbers. And anyway, he liked it so much, he jumped up on the chair and started screaming like an Indian, put his finger in his mouth, and whistled like a steam engine. Naturally, it made me feel good. Most of the customers from the Blue Dragon was always too drunk to sing in my songs.
And you liked him?
Well, I thought he was awful cute.
I think he looks a little bit like Burt Lancaster, don't you?
Maybe. Anyway, I'd never seen a cowboy before. Oh, I'd seen him in movies, of course, but never in the flesh. Anyway, he's so darn healthy looking, I don't mind admitting I was attracted right from the start.
You were?
But it was only what you might call a sexual attraction.
Oh.
Next morning, he wakes up and says, "Yippee, we're getting married!" I thought he was crazy. And all day long, he followed me around like a shadow. Of course, he had to go at night when the rodeo started, but he was back as soon as the rodeo ended in time for the midnight show. Any other fella played that date with me? Both beat him off.
So you never told me you married him?
No. Now, he said the night the rodeo finally ended for good, he'd be back, he'd converge, and we'd all start back to Montana together. Now, I knew if I was there that night, exactly what had happened. So I decided to beat it. There's a girl who works at the club. She said that she lives across the river in Kent. She said I could stay with her. So I told her I was quitting, sang for the first show, picked up my share, but wanted to find another job anyway. But darn it, I had to go and tell him I was taking the midnight bus. They had to go and tell Bo, of course, when he comes in a little after 11.